Uh, didn't Brink talking about fat fuck dogs and stuff reminded me, and just fat fucks in general. You had like some whale stuff or something.
Yes. Yes. So I don't know if you've heard, but like there's been a significant increase since
Yeah,
2020 of orcas.
yeah. The whales
Um,
are fighting back,
they're
right?
fighting boats and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right? And
good
I
for
thought
them.
this
I
got
think
put
they
out.
finally saw Blackfish somehow. I don't know how. Did you ever see that documentary, Blackfish?
No,
So,
I've
well, they got it on Orca Netflix
yeah,
recently,
Wetflix.
and they were like, yeah, Wetflix, and they were like, this will not stand.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can like communicate and shit, right? Maybe they found out what's been going down, and they're like, fuck these
Well,
motherfuckers. I don't
let me
know.
let
Like,
me set it up, and then I will pose you the theory from biologist Alfredo Lopez Fernandez, which is a fucking wonderful
yep,
name,
yes, it
Alfredo
is.
Lopez Fernandez.
Fernandez.
If that
Yeah,
motherfucker's mama can't cook, then
yeah.
there's nothing right with this world. So since 2020, there's been like a huge spike in it. And so I heard about this like a week ago, right? And then 2 days ago, I saw it again. I was like, oh yeah, I've already read this article, but turns out it was a completely different article because it happened again, right? And I was like, I got to talk about this on the show. So today, I fucking type it in again, and there was an article from 1 day ago, and I was like, okay, and it was a different one. And then as I go back to the Google search, there's one from 8 minutes ago. And I was like, are they just repeating this shit? No, completely separate one that happened in Spain, right? So orcas are just ramming ships. They're just like you said, they're clearly communicating with each other and doing it. And Mr. Alfredo, man, his
Uh huh.
theory, and he suggests that this all stems from there was in like 2019 or something, there was this boat that drilled this orca whale, and the whale didn't die, but it was very badly injured. And so this orca apparently regains its strength and then is like, all right, it's time. Like John Wick shit. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
So
Yeah.
this orca starts attacking these fucking boats every time they see it. And this orca has babies, and they see this behavior, much like the monkeys in the experiment who were beating the shit out of all the monkeys that were climbing the ladder to get to the banana. You remember that thing?
No.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. I'm glad. So they did this experiment with monkeys, ultimately to prove that so many things that we do in society are just because that's the way it's done, and we have no idea fucking why we do it. So they had all these monkeys in this cage, right? And then they put a ladder up to the top, and on the top they had a banana. So naturally, a monkey would try to climb that, and every time they would climb to the top of it, they would spray this monkey with a fucking fire hose and start spraying all the other fucking monkeys with it, right? Well, they
Yeah.
slowly start replacing monkeys.
Science is wild
They
sometimes.
it is. They slowly start replacing monkeys one at a time so that one of the monkeys never saw any of this happening, right? Well, eventually they stopped spraying the monkeys, but anytime any of the monkeys would get next to the ladder, all of the monkeys would beat the fuck out of this monkey, right?
Yeah, right.
Because some of
Because
them
they're
remember, they know what's going to
like,
happen.
no, don't do that. That's
Well,
yeah.
by the end of this trial, they had 50 monkeys in there, and they were all still doing it, but not one of those monkeys had ever been in there when the water was actually sprayed. All they knew was if you get next to that ladder, we beat the fuck out of you. So
Hmm.
it's signaling to them that's like there's things that we do that if we would just stop for a second and go, wait, why? We would realize there's no explanation and it's stupid. At one point, maybe it did, but now it's not. So, point is, all these baby orcas have grown up seeing their mom and all these people fucking ram ships. Now, at a certain point, they're not going to know that the reason we do this is because mommy was attacked, because like it's just like all this it's just their behavior changing because they're seeing now, hey, you see a ship, you fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
And
Yeah.
over a couple of
Fuck
years and more,
boats.
over a couple of years and more breeding, it's now like this entire group of orcas. And then any orca baby that swims up and sees them knows, sea ship, fuck it up. So that ship may have created an irreversible evolutionary change in whales that now we're about to get our comeuppance for, as you said, blackfish.
Well, I mean, they ain't never called them friendly whales. You know what
No,
I
they
mean? Like
haven't. No, they
now, I mean, but they've all the thing that like, I wanted to make that joke, and they are like fucking ruthless hunters and killers, and they do coordinate to. I've seen some wild videos about how they'll like a seal will think it's escaped an orca because it gets on an ice floe or something,
Yeah.
and the orca will go get like 3 of its boys, and they'll make like a fucking wave pool that
Right.
like tilts the ice floe over and then eat the fuck out of that seal or whatever. They're obviously real smart.
I was about to say, because that goes
they used
against
to always be like they was homies with humans for a long time.
right.
Humans betrayed that trust.
Yes.
So now this seems evolutionarily appropriate.
Yeah, and that like goes against all our talk, because this isn't the first behavior of it wasn't instinctual. It was never the instinct of a whale to see a boat and smash it, right? But now it is slowly becoming the instinct of a whale to do that because they've seen it done so many times.
I hate to say this, but like I think I'm all for that.
Oh, I'm for it.
Except knowing us and how we be, it may result in them fucking around and finding out. Like, I'm not sure that they won't. I'm not sure that orcas want that smoke at the end of the day. Like,
no.